Hello, I'm at the beach and I've just had such an amazing swim, and I felt like I wanted to come out here and record because I was just having all these amazing thoughts. And then I was like, what the heck am I even, I hope I remember it all. And so I'm practicing just deep trust and following my impulses and the way that God wants to move through me. Okay, so I'm at the beach and it's a little cloudy, thundering, but like the sun is out here, so we're just chilling. Picked up some trash. Make sure you pick up just a little handful, at least a little handful when you come to the beach. Maybe you feel inspired to do more. Sometimes it just happens really naturally, and that's cool. Oh my God. God is so good. I'm reading this book right now, which I'm gonna do a book review, but I guess this is essentially on it. It's called All About Love, and my friend Tiff gave it to me, and oh my God, it's so special. It is so special. It is talking about love, and at some points it hit me with some trigger points. For whatever reason, I want to start with those. So it was talk of, the patriarchy and the matriarchy, and these things, I feel like I'm learning to understand them on like a global scale and understand these perspectives. But like me personally in my life, in my direct experience, like I love men and women both so much. Like I just love everyone so much that like even this like patriarchy, matriarchy thing, it like creates some kind of separation for me. And it just like hurts my heart just to feel that like, so for that reason, like, that triggered me. I was kind of like, I don't know. So, whatever, but the chapter I read today, y'all, really overall it's really wonderful. I think she has a really good way of introducing the concepts of love to someone. It's like she brings you from your head down to your ego, the protective layers of the heart, and then as you deepen throughout the book, she really starts to talk about love in this sweeter, more like deeper way, in this, in its essence. I love how she describes she defines love, in this way that I think it's true. Like we all, like, what is the definition of love to you? You know what I mean? It's like a feeling, like we know it deep down, but what is the act of love? What does that mean? And she quotes it, I think, from another book. Don't ask me who, but that to love is to nurture and nourish the spiritual growth of oneself or another. And that, I think, is such a good compass and indicator to understand, is it towards growth and expansion and love, or is it just a fear, And I think that's really beautiful. It just hypes me up. It just really hypes me up, I'm going through a lot of changes in life still, consistently. This is another thing I wanted to share. I watched this podcast. It's on the Know Thyself podcast. Amazing podcast. Literally my mind is like broken in the best way after every episode of these people. And one of them is this movement coach. He has an accent. He might be French. Don't quote me on that. That's just the vibe I'm getting. Ido something, I don't know, IDO or something like that, whatever. And I like what he said, that in life, sometimes we're trying to find a parking spot, just that parking, but it's not a parking spot. You're never going to find that parking spot. It's a consistently shifting thing, We think we're just going to stay in a parking spot, but we're not. And it's beautiful though, because it's, as we, like, life will just take us through these things, and life loves us so much, wants us to be nurtured and to make it through it and to thrive. And so I'm really, 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 really to such a deep, it's just being amplified more and more to trust in life and to trust in God, and if you don't understand why, inquire. There's this other quote, I was just looking back on it on one of my pictures I took from, I don't know if it was The Power of Now, or I don't think it was like another book, but whatever. It said, little doubt, little enlightenment. No doubt, no enlightenment. Lots of doubt, a lot of enlightenment. If you allow yourself to really understand that you don't know something, or dive deeper into the understanding of a topic, and to understand, we have to open our hearts to, like, And when you question, it will be revealed, you know, with time. Being steady in that doubt, standing in your truth of that doubt, because sometimes it's a little, but you're there already. But when you embrace it and you're like, whoa, I really don't know. I think that's why for me it has helped so much. Like prayer has helped a lot, because it's helped me to genuinely articulate and just communicate with God, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? We all experience this thing. I don't want to get caught up in the vocabulary of it, because it's, you know, that's where a lot of separation comes from. And that's why I just want it all to be loving, you know? And if I don't want it to be confused with anything else, because that's the intention, is pure love right now. And the other thing I was going to say is that to have a soft heart is not at all to have a weak heart. It is to have a strong heart. To have a soft heart takes strength. In fact, vulnerability is the most intense practice of my life. That of me has required consistent strength and courage. It literally makes me emotional. Imagine I'm not recording, I would shit myself. I'm not even gonna look. I'm so invested. And it's the most deeply rewarding, deeply impactful act that we can do in this world. And every time I step into love more and more, especially in this way that, like, you don't see everyone do on a day-to-day basis, even though there are so many moments of deep love, but like it creates this thing of, oh my God, is this too big to be true? Like, it's just like, it requires less of me, and it feels like a little death, you know? But it feels so alive, and at the same time. Does that make sense? I was just out here swimming in the ocean, and I love swimming in the ocean. Like, my swimming in the ocean people period, like, it's so etherical. Like, the ocean to me, oh my God. I love you, ocean. I should speak to the ocean directly more often. Isn't it funny that if we were to speak to ourselves in public, it would feel a little weird, but because there's a camera here and I feel like I'm speaking to someone, it just is like now we're in a room in a conference or something. Dude, let me tell y'all how I was in the depths of the ocean today. I like swam out, and it's so calm right now. Like, it's really so calm, and I love this ocean. I love Miami Ocean for that reason, because I'm just consistently feeling safe to swim, and I encourage you guys to swim, you know? Yeah, there's a little bit of seaweed, you get past it, you know, use your breath. I think too that the ocean teaches you, it kind of preps you. I don't know, I kind of felt like all the seaweed that was at the shore today, I felt like it was kind of filtering people out, you know what I mean? Because when we go into the ocean, like, what are we wearing, you know, sunscreen wise and all these other things, but also our heart's intention. And, you know, maybe it's kind of just like, yo, if you gotta really want to get in here, you gotta be intentional about it and appreciate it once you get past the seaweed, you know? You gotta come correct. My friend Tiff reminded me of she picking mangoes off of a tree consistently, because it's mango season, guys. It's abundant out here. And she was saying that she was, you know, picking them from the tree, and she intuitively felt, which I resonate, that the tree was like, yo, can you say thank you? Can you say hey? You know? And I don't think it's about the exact dialogue, conversation, hey please, you know, like you're taught to do. No, it's an acknowledgement. Like that, like I'm acknowledging you right now. Sometimes we think acknowledgement or presence has to be something. It's really not about how it's expressed on the external layers. when our heart is in the right place and our intention is clear and pure, you know, that's it, and we're just focused on that intention, the way it expresses itself, we'll be authentic and understood. Yeah. There's turtles hatching, guys. There's a few turtle nests. Really exciting. So yeah, I'm not really sure, you know, it's interesting because as I'm coming about here thinking about like posting things and doing all these different things, I thought it was going to be kind of like a podcast vibe, you know, but I'm just kind of thinking that no, maybe this is it, you know, maybe I've just been like low-key teasing y'all, like started with the impulsive Instagram stories, impulsive posts, impulsive videos that are honestly probably too long for reels anyways. And now here we are. I don't know what, but it's fun. Also, I want to talk about armpit hair. Guys, I've been on this journey. I know you've seen me. It's not a surprise, but it has taken courage out of me. I know there's people in this world that do it like todo está bien, like they don't care. But it's so interesting. And what's my stance on it? Why am I doing it? Because it feels good and I'm curious. Do I understand that it does not look the most feminine? Do I understand that at times I'm being judged? Yes. I understand that, you know, but I also understand that it's not like true to who I am or to what I'm worth. And I would also want other people to know that they can do it too, just like boys can, and just like they can shave if they want to too, and they can grow out their beard and they can shape their mustache. Like, we don't all have to be bald, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be quiet now. Hola. I got a little awkward out here, but it's fun. Anything else? Yeah, so lately a practice that I'm getting into, there's this couple on Instagram. I love them. His name is Oren Harris and her name is Chelsea, I think also Harris now. Is that their last name? I don't know. But I love them. I resonate with them so deeply. And so the other day I'm tuning into Homie's live and he's talking about how we need to consistently be open to the downloads and the impulses that God is consistently asking us to do. You know what those impulses are. You know, they come through our mind. And that's why, and he also emphasized nervous system regulation. And the thing is, like, I have done that traditionally through the path of yoga where I do see that, but I see it in dance, I see it in sports. Really where I know for sure it's the safest and the most, like, for sure is play. We need to be playing, y'all. We need to be playing. We need to not take ourselves so seriously. We need to have that time for ourselves, like 110%, that's it. And like deeply though, and authentically, you know. Play with yourself, pause. That's not what I meant, unless that's what you need. And, what else? A practice that I'm also doing, you know, is self-love. I hope you feel beautiful as you are right now. I feel that at times I look different. I feel that at times I feel different. And I just sat with myself doing a practice of sitting with myself in front of a mirror. It was in this event where, it's not like an event, but it's almost, he calls it a Light Beings Activation Circle. That sounds like something intergalactic, but it was super chill vibes. At some point, there was this exercise where you sit in front of a mirror. Well, you have some cacao, right? Put your intention into it, tap into your heart space. It just adds to the ceremony of it. And you sit in front of a mirror with yourself, and just whatever comes up for you, you just meet yourself right there where you're at. And for me, the theme that really came up, this is so vulnerable to even share. I'm like, I feel like I need to post this. I don't know why, because it's like an impulse that I have, but it's also like, wow, so vulnerable. So, me and my skin have been on such a journey. I don't even want to say me and my skin. Like, my skin is part of me, okay? And it has come up in ways that I have resisted consistently for so long. And in that moment, like, I realized that you know, I kept consistently wishing for my skin to get better, for me to be able to fully like love and accept myself and feel beautiful. So like my beauty, my sense of beauty was completely tied to the state of my skin. And so when I sat in myself in front of this mirror and I just looked at myself and I was like, dude, no matter what my skin does this year, I just wanna love myself as much. Like, that's just what I want to do. Love myself as much as I can and accept myself fully as I show up in this way, because I know that my heart is pure, you know. I know that I deserve it, because we all deserve it, because I look at it in everyone and I want everyone to always feel beautiful. And so I deserve that. And you deserve it too. And so I hope that you are loving and accepting yourself exactly as you are right now. I feel so tender. Isn't it funny how body language does that? Like, I tapped into my heart and suddenly it felt really vulnerable, and so I came in like this, protecting my heart. Isn't that so fun? And I was really just having these waves of emotion in the ocean too, and I love feeling, you know, and it's okay to cry. We can just cry and process and come back out. And what's the point of it? I don't know. But this is how I feel. I'm just such a deep feeler. I hope everything continues to work out today and for you. I love you. And that feels like that's it for now. See you later. Love you. You got it. You're doing it right now. You're perfect.